stop it. Every one of us must.
Dear friends, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I salute you from here, men and women of goodwill. I greet each and every one of you, more especially those that are standing tall to make sure that the gospel of our freedom is being preached. More especially those that have taken it upon themselves that they will do nothing else but to support the Biafra Republic government in exile. I thank each and every one of you, those men and women that are doing the needful, and not those that are yapping and gossiping here and there. I greet each and every one of you. Just a very quick one. The network have not been very kind to us, but as it may be, we must have to continue. No retreat, no surrender. We are never going to back down on this mission. We are here to fight to finish. It's a fight to finish.
You are willing and prepared.
So we are not going to back down. We want to remind our people, my sister Diana, Diana, good evening from here. It's been a very long time. I greet you. The network really dealt with us, but I think now we are back. We are back. So I just want to do just a few minutes video to tell our people that we are back. Tomorrow morning we're going to be here preaching the gospel that Elohim have called us to preach. The redemption of Biafra is the message that we've been called to preach, and nothing more. Until Biafra is restored, every one of us must be up and doing. Until Biafra comes, we must give our undivided attention to the Biafra Republic government in exile, to our Prime Minister, to help him in every means possible to do what he knows best to do to achieve Biafra. So I'm going to play for us this voice of our great leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the indispensable man. I'm going to play the voice, after which I will drop the mic for tomorrow. Remember, there is a sit at home coming up throughout Biafra land. The 40th state of Biafra is going to be sitting at home for the first phase of our self-referendum e-voting. So we're going to be sitting at home as ordered by the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, that on the 29th of this month, all the 40 states that made up Biafra land is going to be under lock and key for everyone to go and exercise his civic right by voting for his freedom through referendum. On the 30th of this month, Biafra land is going to be under lock and key. On the 31st of this month, Biafra land is going to be under lock and key. These 3 days is going to be a holy day in Biafra land for the Biafrans to exercise their civic right as citizens of Biafra. So have this at the back of your mind as you go on with your daily activities. Thank you so much, Biafrans. Let's go to our leader's voice, the message that he left with us before the criminals kidnapped him. Listen to it.
You are willing and prepared to abandon everything in life and to sacrifice anything sacrificeable to get Biafra. Those are the people we are looking for.
The people we are looking for those very good in listening to God and listening to people that are speaking from the both sides of their mouth. The people we are looking for is those that are willing. Those that are willing to abandon whatever comfort they have, whatever thing that is giving them comfort in their comfort zones to pursue this Biafra and bring it to a conclusive end. Those are the people that the Biafrans are looking for. Those are the people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was looking for. Those are the people that the spirit of Biafra is looking for. Not those that their own Biafra is dispensable. No. But those their own Biafra is indispensable. Those that cannot do without Biafra. We cannot do without Biafra. I cannot do without Biafra. I don't know about you. There are people their own Biafra that can do without it. I cannot do without Biafra. Everything that has to do with me, my children, my siblings, the future of our generation. Everything is embedded in this Biafra we're fighting for. So anybody that can still live comfortably without Biafra, that person is not called. So you have to save yourself. There's a song, one of the Biafran songs that says, we are running this race and fighting this fight. Personally, on personal purposes. There are people that came out for recognition. And you will see them, once that recognitions are not given to them, they fizzle out. But those that are still standing, those are those ones that are genuinely fighting for freedom. That doesn't have any other thing at the back of their mind, but they are fighting genuinely for Biafrans to sustain and regain their past glory. To regain the glory that have been stolen from them by Britain and by other world criminals that love it when we are down. Men are required, men are needed. Just like if you read a good book, the Bible, in the book of Ezekiel, Elohim was saying there that I sought for a man, not just any man, a man. He gave a specific qualifications of the man that he sought for. And that is what our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did. He gave a specific qualifications of those that are required. He gave this specific instruction that those that we need are those that can sacrifice anything sacrificable for Biafra. Those that can sacrifice their ego, sacrifice their beauty, sacrifice their money, sacrifice their time, sacrifice anything sacrificable. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sacrificed his parents, sacrificed his comfort, even sacrificed his son, sacrifice his wife, sacrifice everything that gives him comfort just for me and you to be free. And he need men that are minded, that have the same mindset. And the man that had this mindset will find in Mazi Simon Ekpa. Those that can sacrifice everything sacrificable to make Biafra a reality. Monday, my brother, you are welcome. Good evening also from here, Chineke. As you come in, do well to share. Like. Do well to share and like. For you to save yourself, it's time you save yourself. You know one thing, one bad thing that have... one mentality that have ravaged the construction. This mentality is the mentality of it doesn't concern me. This is what they injected in the system of the contraption, the Zoological Republic. that made it impossible that anybody can ever rise. That's why our leader concludes by saying that Nigeria is not salvageable. Who is going to salvage it? Is it that person that already have a position in the government where he's stealing from the people? Is he the one that is going to salvage the country? The answer is no. Is it that one that is believing that his uncle that is already paving way for himself to occupy one office or the other in the Nigerian state system? Is he the one that is going to come as a patriotic zoological republic citizen to do something about the system? The answer is no. Everybody is on his own. If you're dying, nobody cares to know. That is your own fate. That is why everything is happening in the contraction today. They tell that is your fate. They will leave you with your fate. They will leave you with your fate. It is your fate. You don't have light. It is your fate. You went out and because of the bad road, you get an accident and you die. It is the will of God and it is your fate. You went to the hospital due to inadequate equipment and unqualified doctors, and those that are qualified, no equipment for them to help save your life. It is your fate. If you go out and police shot you dead, it is your fate. Nobody will be held accountable for anything that happens to you. That is why you must save yourself and listen to the Biafra Republic government in exile, Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. 3 days sit at home has been announced. Your destiny is in your hand. Your life is in your hand to do to it as you wish. But we, the Biafrans, are advising you to choose life, which is sit at home. The warmongers, the terrorists in uniform are out there to manipulate the system, to manipulate the pronunciation, and send you to RIP if you will not listen to this simple instruction to give you a lasting solution to every problem that you have ever complained and lamented of in the Zoological Republic. Because the only thing you guys are good at is to lament. After lamenting, you lament. After lamenting, you lament again. After lamenting again, you keep lamenting and murmuring. You will never stand up to do anything good for yourself. And the Biafra Republic government in exile, those that knows the way to where we are going, have come out. No lamentation, no murmuring, no grudges, no nothing. We are here to do the job. And what is that job? To restore Biafra and nothing more. Not to seek self-aggrandizement and all that. Here to restore Biafra and to finish the work of Okokondem, that glorious work that he started, to make the voice of Biafrans to be heard in international community. To set the record very straight is the work that Okokondem started, and he was unable to accomplish that work. That is what the Biafrans are here to accomplish. To finish that very work. Not only to make the international community to hear our voice, but to make them see our actions also. That the story has changed. And the story is being dismissed by those that are being affected. That the story is now being told, is coming out from the horse's mouth. No more from the third party. No more from what BBC Igbo is writing or CNN. Or whatever Al Jazeera or whatever radio or television station of the world is saying. Not what channels is saying. Not what NTA is saying. Not whatever you may call it is saying. But what the Biafrans that are being at the receiving end of this terrorism is saying. And what is that we're saying? That Biafra is non-negotiable. That Biafra will be restored in our own time. And there's nothing any mortal can do about it. There's nothing any spirit can do about it. And that is where we stand. But those that will do this job are those that have already been prescribed. Our leader has already prescribed their qualifications. Those that have been called to achieve this cause. Not those that their own Biafra is dispensable. Those that can throw Biafra away or sell Biafra or do anything and still they will survive. But those that Biafra is the air they breathe, is the oxygen they breathe. Without Biafra, they are going to die. Those are the people that have been called. Because one thing I found out is, if you have a car or you have a precious ornament that you love so much, but you have an alternative to that car, you have an alternative to that jewelry, you have an alternative to that precious something that is sold to you, you will like it, you will love it, but you will not put so much pressure or interest when something come out to contest for the existence of that thing. You might put effort because it is yours. You will put small effort. But you will not put an effort when it is your only car. This is the only means. This is the only means you have. This is the only means you move from one destination to the other. This is the only jewelry that whenever you wear it, you look good. You will not put effort as somebody will put, somebody that only have one car will put to make sure that his car is good so that he can go where he's going to. But that person that have so many cars, if this one breaks down, he moves to another one. The other one might never be fixed in months, in years. It might not be fixed. That car might be abandoned there for life or being sold to scrap. Do you know why? Because they have other means to survive. But that person that has only one means to survive, he will do everything to sustain that very link that is giving him or her source of life or source of belonging. That is how Biafra is to us. We have only one Biafra, we don't have two. Because there's no any other Biafra anywhere in the world. It's only one Biafra. And this one Biafra, if we did not protect it with our lives, we are a goner. We are done for as a people. Our generations and generations to come are done for. That is why we protect it. That is why we fight the way we fight. We don't have alternative to Biafra. Many other people that have come and gone said they have alternative to Biafra. Whether Biafra come or they will survive. Whether Biafra did not come, they will survive. But there are people that cannot survive if Biafra did not come. And those are the genuine Biafrans. We cannot survive without freedom. We cannot compromise slavery until we die. What we are rightfully, what people are doing in the contraption today, those that believe so much in the contraption, that believe so much in Nigeria, what they are doing today is compromising, romancing with slavery. And we, the Biafrans, have said, we cannot compromise with slavery. Ebere, my sister, you're welcome. We cannot compromise our freedom. We cannot romance slavery. Looking for a way to make slavery palatable. Looking for a way to make slavery look good. No, we cannot. Slavery is slavery. When another person will have a monopoly to have a refinery, have a cement industry, monopolize sugar, monopolize salt, monopolize onions, monopolize oil, monopolize everything, when you don't even have a license or certificate, a license to own your own little industry. If you have an industry that can be producing nails, they will use tax to frustrate you and put you in debt. And you'll be frustrated out of the business. That's something I was discussing with somebody some days ago. I told this person, can you look back home and look at this thing they called keke na pepe? Can you look at that thing they called keke? Somebody, you can Google it if you are in a city where you don't have it. If you are living outside the country. But if you are living in India, I think they are using it in India. Yes, I think they are using it in India. You will have an idea of what I'm talking about. And those that normally visit home, you will know what keke na pepe is. I asked somebody, what will make keke to amount to 2-point-something million as it is today? What are the components of keke that made it to be valued at 2-point-something million? The answer is none. Is it the pan, the light pan? Or is it the pipe? The 4 pipe on that keke? One at the back, 2 at the center, and 1 at the front. Is this pipe what that made keke to be 2-point-something million? Is it that small Vespa engine? Vespa. If you know Vespa, the bike machine that is called Vespa in those days. Is this what that made keke to be rated at the rate, to be sold at the rate of 2-point-something million? Is it that 2 wheelbarrow tires? Because many people did not know that Vespa and wheelbarrow, they use the same tire. What that differentiates them is when you put crown wheel on the other one, you remove the crown wheel and put pipe in between the tires, it will be used on wheelbarrow. Is that the thing that made keke to be 2-point-something million? The answer is no. What that made keke to be 2-point-something million are those that are importing it. And they have frustrated the effort of those blacksmiths. Then can give you a good keke, not just good keke, but a quality one. Innocent can give you a good keke. But why is it that innocent keke is not being patronized? Have you asked yourself that question? Why is it that the government of today have not put a ban on keke importation? They will never do that. But every other thing that will benefit you, they have put ban on it. And raise the cost of duty and importing it. Because you will benefit from it. But many people did not know that the 3X Dangote cement that you see today is being imported and rebagged in Nigeria in the contraption. This Dangote cement, the dust is being imported. But have you sat down to ask yourself, what happened to your brother, the Biafran, Ibeto cement? What happened to Ibeto cement? If you did not save yourself, nobody is coming to save you. We used to have ceramic industry here in Biafra land. Have you asked yourself what happened to that ceramic industry? Why must you now depend on China to give you ceramic plates? And all the works that you can use ceramic to do. Why must you depend on China to give you tiles? Why must you depend on China to give you marble tiles when you have the stones here in Biafra land? If you refuse to save yourself, nobody is coming to do it for you. That is why you must align with our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, on everything that he's doing. And let me also send a message, this message to us. If you're doing anything that is not supporting Simon Ekpa on this great job that he's doing, I want to announce to you that you are an enemy to Biafra. Let me rephrase. If you are doing anything and you say you are fighting for freedom, you are fighting for Biafra, and that thing that you're doing is not to support the Biafra Liberation Army, it's not to support the Biafra Republic government in exile, you are fighting against the restoration of Biafra, and the spirit of Biafra is going to be against you. The time we are in now is the time to save yourself. International community is not coming. My best, you're welcome. Good evening. International community is not coming. They know what freedom is, and they know what Biafra stands for. Biafra is going to give a black man, those they call black, is going to make them to rise to the occasion. Is going to make them to dine and wine with the kings that they are. Is going to bring out the prince and the princesses in us. And that is what the international community did not want. The West don't want it for you. The West love it as you are in their country today suffering. Doing all manner of menial jobs. Many people on the snow, clearing the snow on top of the roofs, clearing debts on top of the roof, washing toilets and bathrooms, washing dishes, washing old women and men's bum, doing all manner of dirty jobs just to survive. Just to survive. And these menial jobs, many people have died in Mediterranean Sea just to secure them. Many have given up the ghost in deserts in quest to go out and secure a job where he will be, or she will be, washing old men and women's bum, taking them around. And those that could not walk again, making sure that they give them their food at the right time, give them medication at the right time, send them, take their poos, whenever they defecate, to take it to the toilet and flush it and all that. For them to have this type of job, many of them died in their numbers in Mediterranean Sea, where they are running away from a land that is flowing with milk and honey, where you can get everything that you wanted in this life at your beck and call if you have a government that is for the people, and by the people. You will have this government. But because the government you have is the one that doesn't want to care if you live or die, the only thing that interests them is once they have looted money and send it abroad. You can only save yourself. Nobody is coming to save you. You can only fight for your freedom. Nobody is coming to fight freedom for you. Nobody is coming to fight freedom for you. Nobody is going to speak to Britain and say, Britain, enough of this. Take your watchdogs out of Africa. Nobody is going to speak to France. In Burkina Faso and Mali and other countries that are doing the needful today did not rise up to the occasion. If men and women that are selfless did not rise up to the occasion today, what is happening? France will still be doing what they are doing in Burkina Faso. Your destiny is in your hand. Your freedom is in your hand. It's only you that can fight it. Nobody is coming to fight it for you. So Biafrans, the spirit of Biafra is still calling on you. If you have not voted, go and vote. It is for your own good. You're not trying to patronize Simon Ekpa, like many think that they're patronizing Simon Ekpa. You're not patronizing Simon Ekpa. You are doing yourself a service. But if you refuse to do it because you think that you're doing a Simon Ekpa a favor, you are doing yourself a disservice. The time to save yourself is now. Let's finish this voice of our leader and we'll call it a day.
That you are willing and prepared to abandon everything in life and to sacrifice anything, sacrifice devil to get the answer. Those are the people we are looking for. That is the 100 we're talking about. So there are
those that are willing to sacrifice everything sacrificable to get Biafra. Those are the people we are looking for. Not those that are speaking from the both sides of their mouth. Not those lunatics. Not those idiots that doesn't know what freedom stands for. The people we are looking for is those that understand what freedom is. Those that understand that freedom is something that is internal. Those that understand that freedom will give our children security forever and ever. You will be the one making decisions on what type of government you want, on what you want and what you don't want. Not the international communities coming to your land to decide how you live your life. I will treat tomorrow. Agitating and telling their citizens, their own citizens, inviting and everything into Ghana soil. Just their military and their street of Ghana. What I think if I was doing before. Can anyone hear me? I think we're back. Sorry about that. It's the network. So what am I saying? The only thing that will save us, the only thing that will save you is Biafra. Outside Biafra, forget it. Outside Biafra, forget anything that has to do with freedom. The only thing that will give you a sense of belonging and give you that which you have is freedom. You have to fight with Mazi Simon Ekpa. And that freedom is what you must have to come out with your whole heart to agitate and fight for. So we are going to round off from here. The network have started again and we can't afford to be going back and forth, back and forth. So my brothers and sisters, do whatever you know how best to do to make sure you support our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, on the great job that he's already doing. That is the only call. That is the only thing you have been called to do. That is the only thing. If there's any other thing that you have been called to do is to support the movement. Prime Minister, achieve this wonderful goal, this wonderful freedom, and bring to a conclusion what our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started and what the men of 19. So you as a Biafra, as you listen to broadcast, ask yourself.
I'm prepared to abandon anything in life and to sacrifice anything sacrificable to get Biafra. Those are the people we are looking for.
Monday, you're welcome. I salute you from here. So those that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is looking for that will help to bring this freedom is those that are willing to sacrifice everything sacrificable to make sure that Biafra come. I will leave you with this. Remember, 29 is voting day. Go and vote for yourself referendum. That very day is sit at home. 29, 30, and 31st is sit at home. Biafra land will be under lockdown on that very day. Thank you so much, Biafrans, for coming, for always coming to check on this channel. May Elohim see you. Thank you so much for always being there. Is on the ball. Lose sight of the ball because there are people, wolves that are out there to deceive you and eat you once you look away from this struggle. Have your eyes on the ball and support whatever the government is doing, and you will be a happy man and woman at the end of the day. Thank you so much, Biafrans, and do have a lovely day, a lovely night, wherever you might find yourself in the world. May Elohim continue to guide you. May he be your guide. May he shepherd you. May he keep you and make the light of his countenance to shine upon you and keep you safe until Biafra is completely restored. Thank you so much. Remain blessed. See you tomorrow as we will be preaching this same gospel that the enemy doesn't want to hear. But we keep on preaching it until our freedom is achieved. Thank you so much and do have a lovely day.